In a forgotten corner of a small American town lived a woman named Mary. She was a widow, and a mother of 9 children. Every morning, Mary woke up before sunrise, not because she wanted to, but because hunger doesn't sleep. Her husband had died 3 years earlier in a construction accident, leaving her with nothing but unpaid bills, an empty fridge, and children who depended on her for everything. Some days, she worked cleaning houses. Other days, she stood in food bank lines for hours, praying there would be enough left when it was her turn. Some nights, there was nothing. She would smile at her children and say, "Mommy already ate," but when the lights went off, she cried silently into her pillow so they wouldn't hear. One winter evening, the food ran out completely. The youngest child fainted from hunger. That night, Mary made a decision that broke her heart. She would sacrifice her pride to save her children. A quiet man named Daniel had recently moved into town. No family, no friends. He lived in a small rented room and spoke very little. People said he was poor. Just another struggling man trying to survive. Mary approached him with trembling hands. "I don't have anything to offer," she said softly. "But if you marry me, my children need food." Daniel looked at her for a long moment. Then he said something unexpected. "I don't need anything from you. If you trust God, I accept." The town mocked them. A widow with 9 kids. A poor stranger. This marriage won't last. The wedding was simple. No music. No guests. But that night, for the first time in months, the children ate until they were full. Mary watched them chew slowly, afraid the food might disappear. Days passed. Daniel left early every morning and returned late at night. He never explained where he worked. But groceries never stopped coming. Warm clothes appeared. School supplies showed up on the table. Mary was confused. How can a poor man afford all this? She wondered. One evening, Daniel collapsed from exhaustion. As Mary searched for his medicine, she found a folder hidden in his bag. Her hands began to shake. Inside were property deeds, business ownership papers, and documents for charities supporting orphan children across multiple states. Daniel wasn't poor. He was wealthy. Very wealthy. When Daniel woke up, Mary was crying. "Why?" she asked. "Why choose a starving widow like me?" Daniel replied quietly, "I grew up hungry. I learned that money means nothing if your heart is empty. I didn't want a woman who loved wealth. I wanted someone who knew pain, and still chose love." Daniel didn't just give her children food. He gave them education, dignity, a future. And Mary gave him something money never could. A real home, a real family, and prayers that came from a grateful heart. The same town that once laughed now whispered, "The richest people aren't those who own the most, but those who give the most."